Happy Easter Monday, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend with your family and that you're ready to sort of start the week. New information this week, which I've sort of tried to explain on the Google Classroom, is they've now figured out the grading component. So what it's essentially going to look like is we have to go into PowerSchool and completely adjust everything. We have to take out your final exam. We have to take out your midterm. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to put in two sort of bins in PowerSchool, and one's going to be a pre-COVID bin, so your mark that you had until we left school, and then your other bin is going to be a post-COVID bin. So whatever your grade currently is, I'm going to put that in your pre-COVID bin, and I think they want that worth about 30 to 35% of your grade. And then the remaining 70% is going to go into this post-COVID bin. So for example, the exam that you write for me tomorrow is going to go into this post-COVID bin. It will take probably a week or two before I even get into PowerSchool to adjust that. They have to tell us exactly how we do this because I've never gone in and like deleted a midterm, things like that. So I'm waiting on information for that. Okay, so you are going to be the first class in Math 30-1 to write an exam at home. So I believe the other classes, they are writing different exams than you are, and they're writing later on in the week. So for example, Miss Newtell's class, she was block 1, but she can't give the exam on Monday today, so she's giving it on Friday. And I think Miss Stevenson's exam is on Wednesday, but we're all giving different exams. What your exam will look like, I told you exactly sort of what's on it in a thread on the Google Classroom, so make sure you look at that. Like I said, a question from lesson 8 is on there, 2 proving identities are on there. Essentially, your exams from here on out will be completely written, 4 to 5 written questions. And one of the things that we're going to be doing, so this will be new for you, is you're going to have a column in your exam that says explain, right? And I need you just to explain sort of step by step the procedure that you're doing in order to get your answer. And this is how I'll sort of know that you guys know this, right? So if you're using an identity and it's a Pythagorean identity, so you could say in your explanation, okay, this is a Pythagorean identity I use, and I'm swapping this out for this identity. Or if it's a reciprocal identity, you just tell me what the identity is and why you're and what you're swapping out, essentially. So yeah, we'll try that. We'll see how it works. I think it should be okay. Like I feel fairly confident. So a few things sort of on expectations. So the exam's going to be released at noon and 12:01. I think that's when the exam gets released. And then you have until 3 o'clock to submit it to me. So 3 hours. Remember, it's only a 4 or 5 question exam. It will take you no more than an hour to do, but you'll probably want to go through it with a fine tooth comb. Okay, so as far as like what my expectations are, you could use your unit circle. So print out, find yourself a nice unit circle, and you could use that. Your formula sheet, right? You don't have laminated formula sheets at home. You guys have your formula sheets. And if you wrote on your formula sheets, and let's say you manipulated a few of the identities, that's fine. I'm okay with all of that stuff. What we are not going to be okay with is using technology to write this exam. So this exam is your work. And by you submitting the exam to me, you are telling me that what you're handing in is your work. So I don't want you on your phones when you're writing these exams. You're not texting people when you're writing these exams. You're not taking pictures of these exams. You are giving me your work, and by submitting it, you are telling me that it's your work. We know that cheating is going to happen, and they basically have said that if cheating happens, we could give grades of 0, not on the exam, in the entire course. So you guys are at a 30 level course, and you are going into university next year. Don't jeopardize something like that, right? Everybody's exams are coming in. They've informed us that all exams that come in, we have to keep all exams, right? So that we can cross-reference different students' exams, look at things like that. So just make sure that it's your own work. I'm not worried about my class. You guys will, your mark that you'll probably get on this exam will be consistent with what you've been getting in class, if not higher. Likely it's going to be higher because you're focusing just on the few topics that I told you your exam would be on, right? So it is on trait identities, but I've given you like ideas that you could focus on. So we'll see how it goes, and then you guys can give me any feedback that you can. I wanted you to download that Microsoft Teams because that's one of the ways we're going to see if you can get a hold of me is by using Microsoft Teams. You can continue to email me or post a question on the classroom, and I'll continue to make like videos of my solutions and post that. So hopefully for most of you that's going well. Yeah, other than that, I'm going to be available to you guys today, to the 30s today, if you have any last questions that you want me to answer. And then tomorrow morning, so Tuesday morning, normally I go in on Tuesdays to podcast, but I'm going to stay home all Tuesday just so that I could just so that I could be available for you. And then I will probably actually mark your exams Tuesday night because I'm curious to see what this is going to look like and how this is going to go. You have only 2 lessons this week in the new unit. So we're starting on a unit called exponential and logarithmic functions. I think most of you will actually really like this unit. 2 easy lessons. I watched actually both. Miss Stevenson did one of the videos and Miss Newtell did another video. So I watched them both because they're doing videos in 15 minutes, right? So I can watch it. And there's a few things, like one of them, neither of them are showing you a calculator method. So I uploaded my own little video on this one question. I would use this calculator method for 90% of these questions. So watch that video that I do where I'm doing this calculator method. My mic cuts in and out because I'm at home doing these videos by hand. So watch that. And then I think there was another video that I just would have done it differently than Miss Newtell would have, than she explained it. So I said, okay, here's my method. Whichever method you want to use, you use, and I'm good with that, right? So you'll just have a couple videos or get to see a question a couple different ways, right? So I'll probably continue to do that for you. Like I'll watch their videos, and then anything that I would sort of change if we were in school, I'll just put out my own thing for that. Um, Other than that, I don't think there's really much to report on. I hope you guys are well, and I miss you, of course. And yeah, take care, you guys. Have a good week. Good luck on the exam tomorrow, and continue to email me with questions that you have.